put the kids to sleep and wake up the freaks. It's real story time with your boy Art Will. So this is like West Coast shit, right? So I'm in Torrance, living in Torrance, California with Vicky and the girls. It's like May 1989, and I've been there for 2 3 months, doing all the shit that a teenager would do in California in '89. Going to the mall, um, going up to Redondo Beach, learning how to surf, kicking it. Part-time job at Burger King on Redondo Boulevard, I think, in Torrance. Not sure. Working there, I was like one of the only black people. It was like a gang of Mexicans and shit. They were cool. It was this one little cute Mexican tender named Magdalena and shit. We used to talk a little bit. And so one day I told her, I was like, I want an apple pie. I don't have no money. I think I'm about to gaffle one. And she was like, well, don't do it in front of her because she'll tell. Like, I don't care. She can tell on me if she want to. Who made her the burger queen? So I grabbed the pie and I shove it down my pants and shit. I would tell Magdalena, like, see you tomorrow. And so I'm out. And so I'm almost to the main road out of the parking lot. The manager runs out like, Arthur, you need to put that apple pie back because if not, you're going to get fired. But if you put it back, you won't get fired. I was like, what apple pie, baby? Look, showed him my hand. Look, I ain't got no apple pie. He says, it's in your pants. I was like, well, all right. So I take the apple pie back and put it on the shelf. But I don't know the health codes in California, but I'm pretty sure if you have an apple pie by your dick, you're not supposed to sell it to people. And so anyway, the next day I'm at work and Magdalena was like, man, you're like a G. I said, I guess. I just wanted an apple pie. She said, let's hang out tonight. I said, okay. And so I go home and I tell Vicky, I was like, I'm about to go hang out with some girl from work. Gonna go kick it and chill. And she was like, whatever, I could see the look on her face. So anyway, I meet Magdalena at the Albertsons parking lot, which is around the corner on Torrance Boulevard, almost on the corner. I think it is on the corner actually. And so we get into her car and she drives up to a place called Palos Verdes. And then she parks and we go out and we walk over to like the edge of the cliff and it's like a little seat you can sit down and I'm sat down. She's like, don't sit right there, gangs on this. I was like, I don't even care about no gangs. And she was like, don't do it. So I didn't do it. We sat on the rocks, drinking beers, having a great time and shit, chilling. Because, I love Vicky. I ain't messing with, I ain't messing that up. And so we we're leaving, we get in the car, we're driving down uh Pacific Coast Highway, I think. I don't know, I'm not sure, I can't remember. And so we're driving down and she said, oh no, we're about to get pulled over by the highway patrol. I said, California Highway Patrol? She said, yeah, what other highway patrol would it be? I was like, no. I said, Chips? She is like, yes, Chips. So they pull us over. She said, hold my beer. I don't have a license. If I get caught drinking and driving again, they're going to take me to jail. I was like, oh, shit, again? And so I took the beer and I placed it under the seat. And so it got knocked over. So cops come up to the window. They're like, yeah, license and registration shit. Ask me for my ID. And then they say, have you been drinking? And I say, yes, sir, officer. Have been drinking. I will not lie to you. And he says, you better be lucky you told the truth because this car reeks of alcohol and you can't drive. She said, how am I supposed to get home? He said, we're not going to stay here and watch you. But if someone else pulls you over down the road, we have nothing to do with it. And so they give her a ticket for not having a license, and they give me a ticket for not wearing my seatbelt. And so I get back home. She was like, "I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you." And I was like, "All right." And so I get back home, and Vicky was like, how'd your day go with your little friend?" And I said, "It was pretty cool until the cops pulled us over." She's like, "The cops pulled you over? I'm surprised you didn't get your ass beat. What happened?" I said, "They gave me a ticket for riding around with no seatbelt on." And she says, "Oh, when you gonna pay it?" I said, "I ain't. Fuck this seatbelt and fuck the police." And she was like, "Why would you say that?" I ripped up the ticket. She said, "That's gonna come back to haunt you." And so I get to work. It's the morning, and Magdalena tells me, "When lunch rush comes, go back to dry storage. I gotta thank you for last night. That was real gangster of you." I was like, "Okay." And so after lunch rush, I go back to dry storage. And then she comes up and she kisses me. I'm like, "Well, hold on, what you doing?" Then she grabbed my mans and shit. And she drops to her knees, unbuckles my pants, pulls them down, go to town. And I ain't stopping her. Then she turned me around and tossed my taco salad. I'm like, "Oh shit." Comes back up, French her down like, "Mwah, mwah." And then she says, "Tomorrow after work, take a little ride with me." I said, "Did you get your license already?" Damn, that was quick. She was like, "I don't need no license. They're never going to stop me from rolling." I was like, "Damn." And so the next day, I told Vicky I had to work a double and shit. Hated to lie to her, but, wanted to hang out with Magdalena. And so after work, we get into her car and we're driving for like, 45 minutes, maybe an hour to somewhere that I didn't know. Torrance, the only two places I had seen in LA was like Torrance, Redondo, in downtown LA when I got there. And so we're somewhere, I guess, maybe near downtown because it was kind of like it was ghetto. So she parks in this alley and shit. So we go in and shit, go into the house on like a side door or some shit. But I hear this sound. It's like zzz, and I was like, "What is that sound?" And she was like, "It's that." It was a big ass billboard in her front yard. I don't know if you ever been close to a billboard. Those motherfuckers make a lot of sizzle noise or some shit. So we bust in, and then it's two other cute ass Mexican girls over there and shit, chilling. They're sitting down, chilling, watching some Mexican shit on TV, uh, drinking 40s and shit, smoking cigarettes and shit, hella tattoos. And I was like, "All right, what's up?" And then the one says, "Hola, Grande Benito." And I was like, "I don't even know what that means, but yeah, hello." And so we're chilling and we're drinking and we're smoking. And the one with the most tattoos had a couple of tears on her face. And I said, what you got those tears for?" I said, "You miss somebody?" She said, "No, because somebody else misses somebody." I was like, "Wow, you're hella sensitive, man, caring, sweet." And so Magdalena says, "Come on back here." And so I walk back there and we get to the room. She was like, "Well, take off your clothes, lay on your back, get on the bed." I was like, "Why?" She said, "Because I'm going to ride your dick while you eat her pussy. And then after you come, she's going to eat her pussy while you fuck her." I said, "I'm not doing none of that shit. I got a girlfriend out here." She said, "Did you forget about dry storage?" And I was like, "No, I didn't, but I was weak." And then the sensitive one with the tattoos, tears, she pulls out a gun. She says, "Yeah, I think you are going to do it." And then I was like, "Well, I'm going to give it the old college try." And so everything that she said we were going to do, we done. And it wasn't that bad. Matter of fact, it was borderline great. And so I was like, "Man, I got to get out of here. I gotta get home. It wasn't super late, but it was gonna take like an hour to get home. And it was like, well, it's one more thing. I said, what's that? They said, we want to see you do the legendary back whack. I was like, the legendary back whack? What the fuck is that? And she says, I don't know. You tell us. And then she looked at her gun. Then she looked at me. So I got on my hands and knees and shit. And I took my right hand, wrapped it around, and started whacking it. You know, Jay and all from the back. You know, I hear them like, yeah, Poppy, do it, do it. They're getting turned on. I'm getting turned on. When the shit was over, I was like, can I go now? They said, yeah, go take a shower, clean your dirty self up. And so I get up and I'm walking to the bathroom, and one of them smacks my ass and said, good boy. And I was like, damn, I felt terrible then. I felt used. I felt used. I got in there, I got in the shower, and I was sitting, well, I got in the bathroom. I was just sitting there for a minute and I was getting sad. I was like, damn, I think these bitches burgled the D. I didn't want to do all this. They like kind of forced me to do this shit, so I'm feeling sad. Get into the shower. As the water is hitting me, each water drop weighs like a ton, so it pushes me back to the wall. I hit the wall. I just collapse and curl into a ball and proceed to cry. Straighten myself out. Go to put my clothes on. My clothes are gone. They're out of there. Some fucking size 60 dickies on the bed and some house shoes or something, and a shirt kind of like this, but it was different, like, and a hairnet and shit. I said, what the fuck is this shit? They said, wear that. That's what you wear from now on. And so I put the shit on and shit. We got in the car, get back to Torrance, pulling up Albertsons and shit. She says, whip it out. And I was like, do I have to? She said, yes. So I whipped it out. She went to town. I'm walking home drained, you know. Before I get up the car, she's like, see you mañana. I don't even know what the fuck that means, like tomorrow and shit. So I'm walking home and shit. I bust in. Vicky's like, where have you been? And what the fuck are you wearing? I said, man, Magdalena and her friends played a little prank, made me strip down, and then they gave me these clothes. She says, you're in a gang. I said, I'm not in a gang. She said, what's your throw? I was like, I don't even know what that means. And then she says, what did they do? I see they didn't beat you up. Did they make you do a drive-by? Or did you have to rob a liquor store? I said, no. She said, well, what did they do? What did you have to do? I said, they made me do the legendary whack back at gunpoint. She is like, the legendary back whack? What is that? So I tried to explain it, but she didn't understand. She said, show me. So I showed her. I got finished. She looked at me with disgust and lust. Needless to say, I never went back to Burger King. Matter of fact, a couple of weeks later, I moved out of California and went to Seattle. But I could hear Magdalena and her crew driving around in the G ride because they're playing that Mexican music, be like bum, 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 or whatever that shit is, and she'd be like Grande Bonito Arturo, just driving around and drive